Hey guys, we're back with SubaHibi with a very rare third video in one day. It's never happened before. Yeah, we're in looking less insects. Nothing bad has happened yet. It's just, well, okay, bad stuff has happened so far. But, I mean, a cell phone novel, huh? I read part of one before, but it's really strange. Used lots of weird slang I didn't understand. Actually, I think I read a book that started out kind of like that. At the beginning, the writer seemed incredibly dumb, but as they get smarter and smarter, their writing got better and more sophisticated. I've actually read a story like that. Well, okay, that is dumb, but there's one web novel I read where in the beginning, like, it's rough, but then as it goes on, it's like pretty good. And now in the modern day, it's like kind of like it jumped the shark a little, but I'm still following it. Those cell phone novels are kind of dumb the whole way through. What kind of story was that? Maybe Mamiya-kun has a copy. There are lots of books in his secret room. You might have it. A novel, huh? I ended up borrowing this. Stories written on a typewriter. What a bizarre title. Never heard of this before. I don't think there's a translation for it, by the way. Or if there is, it's under a different name. Hold on. Gianni Odari SubaHibi. Hold on. Yeah, novel Pata a Machina. Translation. Hold on. Tales told by a machine on archive.org. Yeah, okay, it got a translation in the 70s. Okay. You can read it on archive.org. I don't know if that's legal or not. But hey, you know, it's there. I don't actually know how legal the stuff on the Internet Archive is. Like, I don't know. Don't question it. We accept free stuff. When I looked at the table of contents, there's several other short stories included among the main story. Each individual story is really short. Guess that makes sense, since children would get bored if they're too long. I started reading the story from the title and... this old man? He didn't have anywhere to go, so he turned into a cat. The old man is the protagonist of the story. He turns into a cat and plays with all the other cats at the beginning of the story. What a silly story. It really is the kind of story I like. It was really interesting. The author was Gianni Odari. Never heard of him before. So he knows all about stuff like this. I've heard of book sommeliers before. Some word really describes someone like Mamiya-kun. Sommelier, or however you say it, is a person who picks out wines to match a customer's taste. It's just like Mamiya-kun. Yeah, just like there's book sommeliers, there's also opai sommeliers. You know, it's a common thing. I really like the book Mamiya-kun sent me. When he gives me this book, he kind of looked like a sommelier offering his finest wine too. But I don't know anything about sommeliers. It seems like it fits. I swear you pronounce it funny. Stared out the window, lost in thought. What if Mamiya-kun is in a secret room right now? That's right, I should go see him later. He said I could come back whenever I wanted. I hope he doesn't get mad at me. Oh, right, she did. Okay, she did come back once. I thought I remember there were 2 visits, right? I just thought the second visit was in the same day. Just because she got mad and left. It's pitch black. It's a little scary. Waiting for a moment until my eyes adjusted. Or didn't she just like leave straight away? Wish I had a lighter or something. So dark. I walked along the wall. Huh? Why aren't you a virgin? Die, you slut. This? They're scribbled red letters hanging in the dark. The letters scrawled childishly on the wall said, "Why aren't you a virgin?" Yeah, I already said that. When I looked closer, there were scribbles all over the walls of the reservoir tank. They were all kind of a little scary. I quickly left the reservoir tank. Why? He seemed so intelligent before. Why would he write that? That's just Hakuji.
高島さん、どうしたのこんなところに。もしかして僕の秘密の部屋に。
おい、どう
したんだよ。
I ran from that place. It was kind of scary. Mamiya-kun seemed like a different person when he's here. Just gonna go read Mr. Jekyll and what? Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? Yeah. I ate dinner at a silent table and returned to my room. I didn't have anything in particular to do, so I opened my phone to get on the internet. Another message. Must be another message from some random guy. Felt depressed as I opened my messages. The person from yesterday. So you didn't accept my friend request yet. Did I say something to offend you? But to apologize if I did. No, not really. That's not it. Went ahead and accepted his request. I don't like to accept friend requests from people I don't know, but I had no choice. Huh? There's another message. Were there two of them? I opened the other message. Usami. Not sure if I should say, nice to meet you. The battle at the stone tower. Please respond when you remember the significance of these words. Also, you'll probably experience a large change. It'll probably be a good thing. What is this? The battle at the stone tower. Is that from a game? Or maybe a novel? Or maybe even a manga? Why would that phrase be significant? I've never heard that before. Do I just naturally attract weird people like this? Maybe it's because I'm so gloomy. Maybe they could tell just by reading my journal online. This is the worst. I should just go to sleep. I love the sound that comes out when I fall into bed. The sheets always feel good too. Put my blankets in the dryer while I was eating. It makes a big difference. That's probably a good thing. I felt sweaty yesterday, but now they're nice and soft. It's the only large change that could happen in my life. Especially if we're talking about good things that could happen. Well, there have been plenty of bad changes. Oh well. Time to sleep. I have to brush my teeth. And wash my face. She just fell asleep. Come on, this is textbook depression. I say as a guy who, you know, I'm not a psychologist, I don't know. A black shadow draped over the sky. A dreary black shadow that stretches into the infinite. Like the world's twilight. A dreary scene. A dream I've never had before. One that seems so familiar. Maybe it was a dream from long ago. The dream made me sad. Then it disappeared. So we are doing supernatural stuff outside of the mangas? July 4th. Oh, that's a good day. Freedom Day. It's Saturday. School lets out early today. Yeah, they should let out all day because it's an international holiday. Despite that, I couldn't stop myself from skipping class after first period. Okay, you know, I'm like this on two things. I'm used to hanging out with some Europeans who, you know, I like to act as the textbook American. It's very funny. At least it's funny to me. Before, I never even considered skipping. I went up the stairs as the bell for a second period rang. I went up the stairs and left the place where I didn't belong behind me. Up and up. Oh, what is that? That's Cyrano de Bergerac, but what is that before? Savinian? I was expecting him to be there. His hair, beautiful hair, fluttering in the wind. Long, straight, carefully combed hair. Pretty eyes. Even God himself would be enthralled by that sound. Okay, let's not get crazy now. That's why. What? Oh, good more, dude. Don't be a creep.
あれ君は
He had a smile on his face as he asked me that. Why can't you remember it? I'm Takashima Zakuro from the class next to yours.
高島桜ああ昨日の授業をサボっていたというか今は
Skipping class?
そうなの
Yes. I sat down next to him. Maybe a little too close. Oh, here. I gave him the book I had borrowed.
あロダーリだね面白かった
Yeah, it was really interesting.
それはこちらも貸した甲斐があったというもんだね
What country is the author from? Italy,
どこ
duh.
の人だと思うヒントは物語の中に出てきた場所や建物さあ思い出してごらん
There are lots of old Roman ruins in the story.
アルジェンティーナ広場
There's an Argentina? Yeah, there's also Venice from Garibaldi Bridge, the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Does that mean he's from Italy?
ご名答ジャンニ・ロダーリはイタリアの児童文学作家だ
You know a lot about writers, don't you?
詳しいってこともないさただ好きな作家なら覚えるでしょ
Yeah. What are you reading today?
あいや 昨日と同じものを読んでるんだけどね。
Is it just the original French version of it? The same book as yesterday? The cover is different. It's not even the same
少
size.
し気になってね。原文を。
Curious about what? There are unfamiliar words printed in the book as he held it up in front of me. Beside of me had a notebook and a French dictionary. French?
あ、いや、そんなちゃんと読んでるわけじゃないよ。ただ、少し気になるじゃない。いろいろと。
Mamiya-kun, can you read French?
読めないよ。読めるわけないでしょ。ただ少し勉強してるくらい。
But there are translations in your notebook.
いや、そりゃ何度も読んでる本だからさ。原文見て辞書を見れば、まあ訳文らしいものがでっち上げられるよね。てか、まあいいじゃん。
He hid the book away. Cyranoda.
シラノとベルジュラック？
Yeah, do you think I could read it?
フランス語読めるの？
Oh, that's not what I meant. The one you were reading before.
ああ、だからあれは義務教育を終えてたら読めるよ。終えてるの君？
No. Of course I have. Hold on, I want to hear you say that.
読みたいの？
当たり前です。
Yes.
さあ、んじゃ、これ。
Zakuro's the voice acting I missed the most having it muted. I mean, I guess I couldn't really miss Takuji and Minakami because I hadn't heard them before. I just love Zakuro's voice, even if she takes forever to talk. He gave me the book from yesterday. Cyrano de Bergerac.
とてもテンポ
You
が
don't
良く
pronounce
て
the C,
気
right?
持ちいい翻訳だよ。
Or do you? Sometimes I don't know. Thank you.
そんな気になってたの？
It's the book you were reading so intently. I could never say that. Sounded really interesting when I heard you talk about it.
確かに面白い本だよ。
Yeah. You've read this book quite a few times then.
まあ戯曲だからさ。本の厚さに対してそんな長くないでしょ。だからなんとなく繰り返し読んじゃうんだよね。
Not because you particularly like it?
どうだろう。よくわかんないけど、確かに僕は原文なんてめったなことじゃ読まないね。
Have you done that for other books?
って言っても数ページだよ。いつもすぐに挫折しちゃう。そういった意味じゃ、一応ノート数冊分も訳しながら読んでるんだから、特別好きと言えるかもね。
I see. You said it was a story about an ugly man. Why was Mamiya-kun so captivated by this play? You said it was about an unrequited true love. Does that mean... Mamiya-kun, have you ever experienced unrequited love?
なんだいそりゃ。
Oh, never mind. I'm sorry.
もしかして僕がこの本を好きな理由？
Oh, no. Maybe that's too straightforward. I must seem stupid. Does he like a book about unrequited love because he's experienced it? That was a stupid question. My face must have been beet red. Mamiya-kun looked at me and laughed. And then...
そりゃ人間だからさ、片思いぐらいしたことがあるよ。こちらだけ愛してるのに、相手にはその思いが届かない。とか、そういう経験はあるよね。
For who? I kind of felt a little jealous.
まあまあ、そういう確信めいた話とかやめようよ。恥ずかしいじゃんか。
Oh, sure. I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. I was just wondering if they ever used like gendered language yet. Because I'm kind of wondering, is Minakami and this Mamiya the same person? Is what I'm getting at. Like, are we in a different world where like this is Zakuro's world and there's Mamiya's world? And in this world, they're different. I don't know.
その言い方だと、何？君は片思いだからこの本に興味があるの？
Because like, their view of reality is different. Like, you know, she's called them Mamiya before, and they, you know, they're just taking it in stride. Well, Minakami is taking it in stride rather, or Minakami Mama. I don't know. Yes. But why did I answer that question? Am I stupid?
そうなんだ。それは辛いだろうし、また楽しいんだろうね。
Yes. You can really see straight through me. Jesus, like, just what is going on? Wait, is that why Minakami doesn't know what lesbians are? Because Mamiya's idea of their female self, you know, they never even thought of lesbians. Today I borrowed another book from Mamiya-kun. But today, unlike today, it's one of Mamiya-kun's favorite plays. Maybe I can get a little closer to Mamiya-kun. Maybe not. I can read it during the next class. The classical literature teacher does nothing but write on the blackboard and talk in a monotone. He won't even notice me reading in his class. It's literature, shouldn't you be reading? Yeah, it's interesting. Didn't seem like an old book at all. He said it was criticized for being old and dated when it was first published, yet reading it after all these years, it didn't seem old at all. The protagonist, Cyrano, was kind of like Mamiya-kun. Though Mamiya-kun isn't ugly like Cyrano, he seems more like a beautiful man in the story. Christian, I don't know what Christian would have actually looked like since it's just text. Was he the like the person like courting? Is her name Christine? Cyrano is very ugly, but also intelligent and reliable. Mamiya-kun is intelligent and reliable, but also very handsome. Hold on, Cyrano, the Berger female lead name. Roxanne. His vocabulary is really good. That can be said about Cyrano and Mamiya-kun. The beautiful heroine, Roxanne, was captivated by Cyrano's voice, but listening to an intelligent person speak definitely is captivating. That happens to me when I listen to Mamiya-kun. But
たださ、この漫画のヒロインが処女じゃなかったから、ムカついて燃やして、それを動画にアップしてやろうかと思って。
Takechi, stop eroding the ship. Sometimes he's like that. When he talks like that, he just seems pitiful. So true. Sakura gets it. His voice is so beautiful, but what he's saying, I can't even think of that as the same person. Why would Mamiya-kun say something so crude like that? He burnt it because the girl wasn't a virgin. That's terrible. That was when we first met. Which means, maybe he's trying to deceive me. Maybe he's intentionally acting like that. Well, actually. Come, take it and change. That's a line that Cyrano de Bergerac. It was a line from the scene where Cyrano suggests that he could write love letters for Christian to send to Roxanne, yeah? The protagonist Cyrano, he was a genius, also incredibly ugly. I had an idea, what if all of Looking Glass Insects is actually Minakami being Cyrano to get Christian Takuchi to date Sakura? Which, that would make for a great comedy. He fell in love with a beautiful, intelligent woman named Roxanne. But a beautiful woman would never fall in love with such a hideous man. A love that can never be requited. That's what he thought. And I mean, you know, Minakami is hideous because they're Takuchi now. He met a man named Christian, whose only virtue was that he was incredibly handsome. He too had fallen in love with Roxanne. Why we're getting Yori no Himawari here. But a brilliant woman like Roxanne would never fall in love with a constantly tongue-tied man like him just because he was handsome. Then Cyrano came up with a plan. Christian would profess his love with the words that Cyrano had written, and they do the balcony scene, but except it's only really one of them because they're just the same person. It would be great. When he suggested it to Christian, this is what he said. Come, take it and change. Then, when Mamiya-kun acted like that, maybe it wasn't really him. Maybe he was telling me, take it. Reality can never be that sweet. It couldn't be. After that, he said, feign love words into true. That would make the strange, pitiful Mamiya-kun the real one. That wouldn't be good at all. And unfortunately, that might be the case. Mamiya-kun's favorite play, Cyrano de Bergerac, a story about an ugly genius and a beautiful idiot working together to seduce a woman. Cyrano had the soul and Christian has the body. By the way, Christian was the kind of man who got so flustered in front of a woman he loved that he could barely even speak. If you think about it like that, the intelligent Christian was Cyrano's soul, the stupid Christian without it. It's just like the intelligent Mamiya-kun and the strange one. How does Tomasane fit into that then? Huh? Could there be two of him? Maybe there's a stupid yet handsome Mamiya-kun and an ugly but smart Mamiya-kun. That's impossible, huh? In Cyrano de Bergerac, Christian's voice changed when Cyrano talked. Of course, it was like someone else was dubbed in over his voice. But Mamiya-kun's voice didn't change. They both sounded like Mamiya-kun. Their voices were the same, but the words they used were so different. completely different. No, I've been thinking about Mamiya-kun all day. It has to be love. This is unrequited love. Yep. Yeah, that's right. Totally unrequited love. One-sided. Because we could never be together. Mamiya-kun, with his handsome face and his vast intellect, is more like Roxanne than Christian or Cyrano. Yeah, you think so? Then I'm not smart or beautiful. Neither Christian nor Cyrano. I'm no one. That's why my love can never be requited. That's right. Everyone looks at me with disgust. Till a few months ago, I was bullied. Recently, the bullying has stopped, though. I don't understand why. They bullied me so much, then one day it suddenly stopped. That's why I'm always on edge. I'm always worried that I'll be plunged back into that hell. I'm always cautious not to offend anyone. Trying not to annoy anyone. Trying to fit in. That's all I can think about. Back to pillow. I'm like a stalker. When I saw Mamiya-kun reading alone on the rooftop, I took a picture. Yeah, that was like kind of weird. Probably hate me if he found it. But why is he so cool when he's up there? He's completely different from any other time I see him. Why is he so smart and cool? I didn't even realize until a month later that I was rolling around in bed, unconsciously clutching his picture to my chest. This really makes me seem like a stalker. But tomorrow's Sunday. It should be fine. That excuse doesn't really make sense. I know that. I won't be able to see Mamiya-kun tomorrow. But I do have that book he lent me. Huh? That's right. This is Mamiya-kun's book. It's something he touched. Whoa! Next time I take a bath, I won't wash it. They said, well, sorry, girl. Well, doing that might just confirm me as a stalker. That's a joke. I just met him. There's no way I could fall in love that quickly. He's really interesting, that's all. There's no way I could become a normal girl. Only a normal girl could fall in love like that. That's right. Nothing good has happened in the past when I started to feel like that about someone. I should just stay in my room and keep my feelings to myself. I'll just pretend it's a joke. I'll just keep it to myself. That's good enough for me. Okay. July 5th. Freedom Day's over. Sunday. I didn't have anything in particular to do, but I got on the train anyway. It's not really something unusual for me. There's just one surprise that made my heart beat about 3 times faster than normal. I wonder who it could be. Why did it end up like this? I doubt there's any particular reason. I just got on the train to go buy a new CD for my favorite voice actor and sat in an open seat. Then... Which Mamiya is it?
君は...
The exact same reaction as when he was on the rooftop. You feel my face growing so hot that I just want to push him over and run out the doors. Well, why would I need to push him over to do that? Took a deep breath and said, very naturally... Oh, hold on.
あら、Mamiya-kunじゃありませんか?
Who said Looking Glass Insects was like the sad route? This is just a happy, funny, slice of life rom-com. That's what I said.
君は何しているの?
After that, I managed to speak a little more calmly. This is becoming a daily ritual every time I meet him. Takashima Sakura.
そうだね。ごめん。高島さんどこ行くの?
What about you? Where would you happen to be going?
僕? 実は全く決まってないんだよね。
Is he wearing the school uniform? Where's the frilly dress? Really? Me too. Nice one. I'm surprised I was able to say that so smoothly. I'm doing really good today. Good job, Sakura. Sadly, my favorite voice actress is going to have to wait until tomorrow.
なんかさ、天気がいいし、このまま電車に乗りながらどこ行くか考えようかなとか思ってたんだ。
Oh, really? Me too. Would you like to go somewhere tomorrow? Together? That's what I wanted to say. Instead, I just whispered it in my heart. What I said in reality was... Hold on. I just smiled, like if someone had spoken to me in a foreign language and I didn't know what to say. I have to do something.
あれ? ここで降りないの? 杉宮だよ。
Yeah, what about you?
だから、僕はどこに行くあてもないからさ。 別に降りてもいいんだけど降りなくてもいいみたいな。
How short is her
そんな感じかな。
dress? 'Cause, it looks incredibly short from this CG, but I see.
君も本当に目的なしなんだね。
Wait, hold on. Do I have a Sakura sprite in my folder? Sprites uses for thumbnails. Only in her uniform. Okay. Also, can you call me Sakura instead of just saying you?
え、なんで？
I think that's the reason you can't ever remember my name. You never call me by it.
別に僕に覚えてもらわなくてもいいんじゃないのかな。
That's for me to decide, not you. I want you to remember it.
そっか。
I'm sorry, that was
いや
rude.
そんなことないよ。君の言う通りさ。
Or maybe everyone just has long necks in this art style. Or at least, I think it's a long neck? I think? Or maybe it's too thin? I don't know. Then please call me Zakuro.
あ、なかなかそういうの慣れないよね。
But we've talked so much lately. Maybe the only one who feels like that, though. And the way he reacts to me, it's like I'm nothing more than an acquaintance. I wish I could talk to him more often. Maybe then he would remember my name. Maybe not. Just thinking about it, it's probably
なん
ridiculous.
かさ、高島さんって本よく読むの？
Yes, sort of.
ルイス・キャロル以外とかも読むの？
Sometimes. I'm not that well read. I just read simple stuff. I like short stories.
どんなの？
Like Atoda, the first Tsutsui Yasutaka. Like Hoshi Shinichi to Atoda? I guess that's a Japanese name. Cookie Wiki is the main character of the Kuso series. I don't think that's the Atoda she's talking about.
そうなんだ。僕も小学生の時に読んだよ。すっごく筒井康隆が好きだったな。もちろん星新一も後田隆も。
Really?
後田はさ、小学生には少し刺激的な話が多いんだけど、それが良かったんだよ
Oh my
ね。
god.
小学生だったのにお布団の中で興奮して読んだ思い出がある。
Under the covers. Felt my face flush. That's right. Atoda's books had a lot more sexual illustrations in them. I would have liked to see Mamiya-kun read them as a child.
うん。僕は今でも短編好きだよ。あ、そうだ。今度また高島さん好みの小説を貸すよ。
Huh? What kind of book?
今度もまたイタリアの作家なんだけど、
Zati?
ブッツァーティって人の短編集でね。この前読んですっごく面白かったからさ。
Italy? That's the same as the author that wrote the story about the cat. You know a lot about Italian authors, huh?
あ、いや、たまたま最近読んでただけなんだよね。時期が違ったら違う本を勧めてたかもしれないよ。
Like, my cat? My
ガルシア・
Marquez?
マルケスとか知ってるの？
Oh! Nobody knows his name just by Marquez. Okay? You gotta have the Gabriel Garcia. It just seems like something you would like. I read it because my father recommended it to me. Have I read anything by him? I think I've read a short story or two. But, well, I mean, he's a short story guy, right? Like, I mean, he probably had a couple, at least, full books. Yeah, he had... Oh, he's 100 Years of Solitude. Okay, I know that one. At least I know the name of it. Short stories. Is he the Old Man on the Sea? I don't see that on here, so I guess not. Hold on. Is he? No, he didn't write that one. Okay. Or maybe he did, but because it was in Spanish, the translation is different. I swear I've read at least something by him. I just don't remember what. One day I couldn't sleep. My father was in the living room. When I told him I couldn't sleep, he told me to read Chronicle of a Death Foretold.
それで、
Oh, Mamiya dad mentioned? Oh no, Sakura dad, sorry. I couldn't sleep at all. It was too interesting.
確かに。でもすごく短い本じゃなかった？
I forgot who I was for a second. But still, I couldn't stop thinking about it after I finished it.
それはわかる。
It's so different. Completely different. Completely different from my life before I met him. I've never felt this way before. I've never had such a dazzlingly wonderful time as today. It makes me think, I wish I could keep talking to him for all eternity. I might never have this much fun talking to anyone else in my entire life. I just wish this moment would never end. Though that thought can never come true. Oh, the next station is the last stop.
そうか。もう終点なんだ。
It's already over. It was so fun, and it's over.
最後の駅ってどこ？
It says it's an amusement park.
遊園地か。
Rabbithole
そ
I?
んな場所に用はないから、このまま乗って引き返しになるのかな。
...
じゃ、ここで。
I silently pulled on Mamiya-kun's hand. I was bold, or maybe I was just confused. I grabbed his hand and descended onto the platform with him just before the doors closed. I didn't want the wonderful time I spent with him to end so anticlimactically, so I... Okay. So, Rabbithole 1 is essentially a sequel to this, right? Because Zakuro mentioned, he... Okay, sorry, I cut it there. You know why, those evil dogs. Anyway, first off, because I looked this up while I was cutting it, I mixed up Gabriel Garcia Marquez with Hemingway. I think this is the second time I've done that this series. It feels familiar. It feels like I did that back in Rabbithole 1, which I don't think I've read anything by him then. And anyway, second, so I think this is essentially the prequel to Rabbithole 1. Like, remember, she mentions a he who, me knowing nothing, thought she was referring to the Suino Sora protagonist Yukito at the time, because I looked that up on VNDB, but no, she's actually referring to the date that already happened that she's repeating. I gotta go back and do your Rabbithole 1 now. Crunch, crunch. Everything in there is about to make sense.
夏だね。かき氷とは。
I'm sorry.
何が？
Well, I dragged you after the train and made you come here.
そう？別に僕は用事がなかったからいいよ。なんかかき氷もおごってもらっちゃったしさ。
I wonder if, like, the conclusion of SubaHibi, like, I know there's multiple endings, I don't know if there's a true one or what, like, kind of, like, has Mamiya cast Minakami's personality away, and then the Minakami personality just goes and gets to Rabbithole 1 with Sakuro. But then, I guess it ends with Minakami going back to reality, so I don't know. Who knows? Oh, I'm sorry.
だから謝らなくていいってば。
Really?
それにしてもさ、さすがに休日だから結構人がたくさんいるんだね。こんなボロい遊園地なのに。
You shouldn't say that.
いやさ、今は地方の小さな遊園地とかは全滅だって聞くよ。よくこれだけのお客さんが集まってるもんだよ。
Maybe that just means it's more fun than any of the other amusement parks.
そうなのかね。
It's my treat. Let's have fun, okay?
おごらなくてもいいよ。まあせっかくだし、いろいろ楽しもうよ。僕も遊園地なんて数年ぶりだしさ。
I wonder how similar this dialogue is. Sure. I'm such a weird girl. What am I doing? Last night I decided to keep my feelings inside, and I ended up forcibly dragging him along on a date. Wait! Date? Oh, a dato? Is that what they say? Yeah. It's nothing.
そう？なんかさ、今思ったんだけど、こうやって休日に2人でなんてデートみたいで面白いね。
Ah!
あれ？こんな言い方不愉快だったかな。
Please go right ahead. It's an honor, really. I don't mind at all.
なんだよそれ。
This is really funny with the context of, you know, she thinks Bobby is a guy, Minakami thinks she's a girl. No, why am I getting so flustered? Lesbians don't exist. He must think I'm strange. He must think I'm weird. He must think I'm a freak.
なんか思ったより高島さんって変わってるんだね。
Ah, crap. Come on, it was all going so well. Now he knows I'm a freak. He won't look at me the same way. He must think I'm
だ
gross.
からかな。
Oh, That's
だか
why.
ら人嫌いな僕でも落ち着くのかな。
Is that it? Look, he said it. He thinks I'm just good. Huh? Relax.
変わり者だからさ。どうもみんなといると疲れるんだよね。でもなんか高島さんといると落ち着くね。どうしたの？なんかずっと黙って。あと顔赤いけど、もしかして体調が悪いとか？
He worriedly put his hand on my forehead. Wait, his hand? No, that's not it. I slapped his hand away. I'm sorry, Mamiya-kun. The truth is I wanted you to touch me, but I couldn't think, and now it feels awkward because I slapped his hand away. What should I do? Maybe we should grab his hand and stick it. Sorry. Sorry. It's sticking up my skirt. No, that'd only make me happy. Mamiya-kun wouldn't like it at all. If I did that, I really would be a freak. Yes, you would. I'm so confused.
どうしたの？
I'm sorry. I don't have a fever or anything like that. I just haven't ever done this with anyone before, so I'm really nervous.
人と出歩くことがない？引きこもりなんだ。
No, that's a misunderstanding. I mean with a boy. You can't say that part out loud or it ruins everything.
それも僕と一緒だね。
Eh? But mommy, you said you go out like this a lot.
僕はさ、ただ誰とも会いたくないから、こうやって休みの日は外に出てるだけさ。確かに引きこもってはいないけど、同じようなもんだと思うよ。
What would happen if she said he's a boy out loud? Just like a blue screen error? Really?
そうだよ。だいたい本当に読書が好きなやつは人間嫌いだよ。人間好きな読書好きなんてスポーツマンで勉強ができてすごく優しい人間ぐらい気味が悪いよ。
Aren't those people to look up to?
そうだね。僕はそういう偉い人が気持ち悪い人種なんだよ。
I couldn't help myself. I grabbed his hand. He seemed surprised when I did that, so I immediately... Look there, Mamiya-kun, that looks like fun. Should have played off like that. It's like I can't hold myself back when I'm with him.
なるほど。君は絶叫系が大好きだったんだ。
Actually, I hate them. I just pointed at the first thing I saw, and it was a screamer. To keep up the ruse, I had to rise up to the challenge. And now, I feel like I'm gonna hurl. Or, I mean, Rabbithole I could be just how Minakami is perceiving this, but that doesn't make much sense to me. Because like, there is, you know, the see or no discussion on the rooftop. You know, why is she throwing the dolls off the rooftop? That still doesn't make sense to me.
大丈夫？なんか顔色悪いよ。
Might have overdone it.
なんかもっと落ち着いたものがいいんじゃないの？
Something relaxing?
うん、あれとか。
What? That's a haunted house. How's that relaxing?
あ、いや、自分の足で歩くから比較的落ち着いてるかな。
I thought it was on like a
ないし
cart.
ね。
Was that even a haunted house? The dark makes your blood pressure rise.
こんなの嘘だよ。だったら夜になったらみんな血圧上がるじゃん。
My blood pressure definitely goes up when I'm lying in bed. It's a little vulgar though. I can't say that. This is no good. Should stop reading vulgar books. My internal jokes are becoming too crude. I guess so.
なら何がいいの？
Can we just walk around for a while?
うん。全然いいけどさ。
Ah,
どうしたの？
I just remembered. There are boats here.
ボート？ああ、そうか。それならおとなしいって言えるかな。
Did we do that before? I feel like that was in Rabbithole I. Hey, you wouldn't mind?
え、何が？
Everything. The two of us alone on a boat. It's the classic way of ending a date.
もしかしてオールを漕ぐことすら僕にはできないとか思ってないよね。
Not at all. But you don't mind?
高島さんが嫌でなければ僕はぜひとも。
He waved his hand, inviting me on like a gallant prince. He really understands a woman's heart, which means he must have been on dates with other women before. I've never seen anyone who was this good with the ladies. Obviously, he understands a woman's heart because Minakami is a woman. He seemed like a total playboy. Actually, it seemed like only another woman could understand. Could understand women this well. I love the what kind of irony, dramatic irony, is that the right word for it? But it doesn't matter whether he's a playboy or even if he's a girl. Based, let's go. The Sakura still does love tribadism. Got it. Yeah, we've seen this. I remember this underwear. Creak, 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 creak. You're really good.
そうそんなことないと思うけどね。
Have you taken a lot of girls on boat rides like this?
なんでよね。だいたいこういうものにうまい下手はないよ。
I wonder about that. Think you can be exceptionally good or bad with women.
大丈夫？酔わない？
I'm perfectly fine. I feel great.
そう。よかった。
He really feels good out on the water.
そうだね。木陰の中なら夏であることすら忘れるよ。
Mamiya-kun brushed his hair back after a breeze came across the water. His movement was incredibly graceful, felt drawn to the exposed white skin of his neck. Sorry for making you roam.
うわ、いいって。つうか危ないよ。
I tried to take the oars from him. The boat tilted back and forth. Mamiya-kun got mad at me. Floating on the surface of the water with just a few pieces of wood like this, felt like we had left reality behind. Maybe we really did, right when our feet left the shore. And what's more, the person sitting in front of me was Mamiya-kun. I felt nervous. Feels nice, but at the same time, I felt kind of uneasy out here.
なぜ？
There wasn't a reason, I just said it. I was just talking about how I felt. The surface of the water looks like the sky in the world of mirrors. Feels like we're on the precipice.
そう言われてみれば。だけど僕はなんだか空の上を歩いてるみたいで、とても気分がいいけど。
Mamiya-kun touched the surface of the water with his fingertips. Every time he touched the water sky, it warped and distorted. Wonder if it would feel good to walk through the clouds.
さあ、僕は空を歩いたことがないからわからないよ。ただ今は気持ちがいい。ただそれだけだよ。
I see. I moved to touch the surface of the water too, but I stopped once I realized I was tipping the boat. The sky reflected in the water might not be the real sky, but maybe the real sky is too far for us to grasp.
本当の空？本当の空ってなんだい？
Huh? I'm just talking about the sky reflected in the water in the sky above our heads.
そうなんだ。でもさ、僕らが見ている空もまた、ただ目に映っている空だ。水の中の空が偽物で、本当の空が遠すぎるって一概には言えないかもしれないよ。遠い空だと思っているのは僕らの目に映る空なんだからさ。空が遠すぎるのは僕らがそう思うからだ。でなければ全ては遠い。
Okay, hold on. I don't know how to interpret these lines.
過ぎなくなる。
So she's saying sky's too far. And, you know, there's a fake sky that she can reach, but the real sky's too far. But then Mamiya is saying, well, Minakami, I don't know what to call this person, okay? It's confusing. It's saying that even the real sky isn't necessarily real because it's reflected in our eyes. And so how are we to say that the water one is the fake sky? Or, well, or that the real sky is too far? I don't get why you would say that. Or I guess he's saying, okay, the far sky is actually close because it's just in our eyes. The words he said were too hard for me to understand. I couldn't grasp the meaning behind his words. But they gave me courage. Oh, that's like too abstract. What is that an example of? Creak, 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 creak.
どうったの？
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking, maybe for you, the sky really is within reach.
はい？なぜに？
Well, that's how I understood your words.
空に手が届くか。そうだね。
Oh, we do have one really big question, actually, that I just thought of. Why didn't Minakami really, like, know Zakuro at the start of Rabbithole II? You know, when she kissed her. Like, obviously, like, Miyakami here seems to have memory problems. But, like, why is that? Besides, you know, switching between 3 personalities at a whim.
こうやってさ、
He raised his hands up towards the great blue
これ
sky.
って空に届いてるかな。
あ、
そ
いや
れとも届いてないかな。
What is the sky? Who knows?
そういうのってさ、青い鳥と同じなんだと思うよ。
Oh, yeah, that one? That got brought up back in Adventure, didn't it? The blue bird?
そう。幻の青い鳥。絶対に捕まえることができない青い鳥。でもさ、捕まえるのは容易なんだと思う。
After he said that, he laughed. As I looked at his face, this is bad. That's what I thought. How far in are we? Oh, geez, I had to make so many cuts this video. Or did I not label? No, I labeled the last one. Yeah, okay. Hold on. I made a lot of cuts. Let me control. Oh, yeah, we're like 45 minutes. Okay, perfect. Great calling point. Yeah, thanks for watching. That's enough SubaHibi for me today. I'm SubaHibi'd out. That's like really a little over 2 hours of SubaHibi. Like, I started through the Looking Glass today. I am trying to at least finish one of the routes in the next couple of weeks. I mentioned how I'm probably not going to be able to record much in March. So I'm just at least get that much done. If not all of Through the Looking Glass. Yeah, I am liking Through the Looking Glass so far. Like, it kind of like, before this route, Zakuro was kind of like she had like a mythical, one of those words, presence, right? Where, like, in Rabbithole I, she was kind of otherworldly. You had no idea what was going on with her. In Rabbithole II, she shows up, kisses you, and dies. And in Invention, we see a little bit of her as a desk, right? And we see glimpses of her as a person, but not the whole thing. We get most of it from Kimika and I guess from Megu and Sadako, but not really. And so here we're finally actually seeing her as a person, and like her thoughts definitely make her more of a character. Whereas before, like, you know, I loved her, but she was a little bit of cute anime girl. So I'm scared of where this is going, but I am liking it so far, especially the connections to Rabbithole I, which are sorely needed, because, like, it's such a weird way to start the story. Like, it could have just started on Rabbithole 2, which I think is what Suino Sora did, and been fine. So I don't know. Anyways, I will see you guys next time with some more SubaHibi. Bye.